Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the New Gods podcast. Today we have two guests. Actually, it's a very special day. Is this the first time we've had two guests at the same time? I think it might be.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. We have GULTHRAX and Salvador. So how are you doing, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up? Hello.
Yeah, so today we
Fine, and
are still going through the responses you guys sent in for the topics to talk about, and there's still 60 left. So we're very fast. You know, it's only been like 3 months since you guys started sending this stuff in. You know, yeah. So I picked out some good ones for today. So to start with, here's a good one. What would you consider your most memorable Fear and Hunger moment? So for the person who submitted, they said their favorite, or their most memorable, was dragging Ragnvalda and Lagarde all the way to Mahar before realizing what's going to happen. And since he was trying to get ending C, they had to restart their run.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good one, to be honest.
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it too, because I can't think of anything as of right now. But that's a good one, because you cannot expect it. Like, you never expect it if you don't know like the lore behind like Ragnvalda and Lagarde. But it's really a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know who posted that, but cheers on you, dude. Or did that? I don't know.
Yeah. What I like about the game is that every time you turn a corner, something crazy is going to happen, and you don't know what it's going to be, but something crazy will happen. So for me, it's actually hard to pick just one, but I think my favorite is definitely entering the doors next to Lagarde and realizing that there's an entire ancient city buried underground. And it's like, what the hell is this? This game is like 10 times bigger than I expected it to be. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, yes, and talking about that, like, I have a few moments, but I think the one that I really like keep inside my heart is when you travel to Paz Mahabre. Like, the music, when I first entered and I heard the music, it was something so beautiful to me. Like, strangely, like some like kind of morbid beautiful. It was so amazing. I wish I could replay Fear and Hunger from zero and experiment it again.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that would be amazing to experience again for the first time.
Yes, absolutely.
I think in Termina, like, you know, that the game is so stressful, like playing it for the first time, and then just finally like getting to pre-Hibble Bop or whatever for the first time, and just like finally getting like a chance to like just chill, dude. Just chill and like hear the music. You know what I mean? Like.
Yes, like in both.
Yeah, I
like,
guess that's a
both
pretty
moments,
memorable part for me.
Yes, in both moments, what really impacted me was the music, like the change of tone in like the music and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I think that's one of
it's a pretty chill
one
spot.
of the strong points. Yeah, I think that's one of the strong points that Fear and Hunger has. Like the music, it's really really good.
Yeah, the Fear and Hunger music is absolutely amazing for the mood that it really helps set.
Yeah, it's perfect for making that mood.
Got some absolutely classic tracks.
Oh my god, that music in the when you go to the other world, that one area where Marco's at or whatever, Moonscorch Marco, like that crazy ass music.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like killing me.
Oh yeah, from the Moldy Apartments.
Yeah. It's the constant screaming and screeching.
Yes, I remember that the first time that I was there. The first time that I was there, I was totally scared. Like, I couldn't play right that part because I was totally scared.
Yeah, it's funny how much that really helps change the mood because, you know, I mean, the whole area builds towards it, right? The layout is completely different from the other Moonscorch areas. It's way more densely packed with enemies, and you got that terrifying music. And you know, if you do it the wrong way, you've also got Marco running around there too. So it's just the whole thing is just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Doesn't Tanaka appear there if you keep him alive or something? Or
Yes.
I never saw that. But
If Marco moon
I mean, he
scorches
appears.
and he's still alive,
No,
he'll be
if
there
Marco
and
moon
he's like, I'm
scorches.
gonna do it. I'm gonna get him. He doesn't.
Yes,
okay.
and he can also
Like he dies.
appear like
He doesn't die either.
after.
No, he doesn't
No,
die.
no,
He just
Yeah.
but
the
he
shit.
gets like parasited or something. Like he's not himself.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what triggers that. Something can make him attack you there too, and I'm not entirely sure what does that.
I mean, like probably it's either he gets prepared like for entering the Termina festival, like participating, or maybe he got like parasited or something, like white mold got into his brain and
Yeah,
took
it
control
could
over
be,
him.
and it could be like the moon scorch is starting to affect him as well. But I'm just not sure what triggers it, like how you're actually supposed to activate that happening.
Or maybe he's getting sun scorched. Huh.
Mmm.
Sun
Oh.
scorched.
It's like a self occult.
Ooh.
The best.
I truly believe that the neighbors are not moon scorched. I truly believe that the
Why is
neighbors
that?
They're
are
probably
like
not. No.
like because basically they act well, they look more like sun scorched because the design doesn't make too much sense on the moon scorched side, because the neighbors have like this thing of the tongue, like they get their tongue out,
Mm.
and basically when they do that, it's like they are tasting the air with their tongue, and that's one of the most important, like, yeah, I guess it's like the most important symbolism of the sulfur god.
Mm.
And you can totally see that on the
Oh,
sulfur god
okay. I see
himself.
what you mean.
Like he sticks his tongue out and takes the air in
Yeah,
the
because he's associated with a snake.
yeah.
So that's where they get that from. I'm not even
So
sure that
like
I don't think the neighbors might not even be human, to be honest. Because, like, who would they be?
I mean,
Because they're
I
not
mean,
the people that
they
live
are
in the
using-
apartments. Because they're all dead in the sulfur apartments. So
I mean, probably they are because we don't have access to all the apartment, to like all of the rooms, but like we only know that 5 people. I think there were 5 people who got sacrificed, or 4. I don't remember, or maybe they were 6. I don't remember right now, but it was around that number. But pretty sure that more people live there. Like this guy who like hid one of the idols in the apartment. Probably that guy got sun scorched, turned into
yeah,
a
I'd love to know
into a-
what happened to that killer. It's a pretty interesting character and he
Yeah.
just
Now
vanishes.
are the Rontiels, or who do they belong to? Is that just a rare thing, or
They're a living story. They are beings
Yeah.
from the green hue. They're not humans.
And probably they are made by Pocket Cat. I mean, by Pocket. Listen to me, no, by Rare, because Pocket Cat and Lady of the Moon, they are also like come from the green hue, but they are specifically made by Rare, which is something that it's interesting because because it shows that old gods have some control over the green hue at some point.
By the way, the initial thing that you guys were talking about, the Ragnarvalder and Legard thing, holy moly. I'm trying to find a meme where you take Ragnarval and Legard, and for some reason, instead of them, fighting and, Ragnarvalder winning, it's an image of them both kissing like really fucking hard. Such a good meme.
oh,
you
you know
like-
what I
you
saw
like
on Twitter?
see dudes
You know what I
kissing,
saw on
huh?
Twitter earlier? I saw fan art of Needles and Tanaka making out.
Yes, I also saw that.
These motherfuckers, man.
Man, I am so glad I don't use Twitter.
Oh my god, I don't know what
It's
to
just
think
a
about the
funny thing.
fucker
Though. I
community
didn't say
anymore,
it for
man.
anything but a funny. It's just the occasion of just them kissing.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
fuckers, man.
funny. Those drawings are funny, but at the same time, they're very well done.
Yeah, some of
like,
them
It
are.
was
they-
a
they
really
put-
good
Yeah.
video.
They're
Yeah, like,
funny,
they
but
put
they
so
make me
much
sad
effort.
inside too, you know?
You
Do you
say
know who's
those
the
drawings are so funny, but I can't help but think of that one guy who was leaving Steam comments on Overwatch. Who was like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if like the girl characters took her boots off, haha.
I know
What?
what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, but it's not.
Bones,
No.
It actually says Ragnarval and Legar are fighting, and then it's them kissing. That's the irony.
Bones, you said
That's
you
the fun
wouldn't
part.
reveal my Steam account on in public. What are you doing, Bones?
Oh.
You promised you would.
It's okay.
It's payback for you
okay.
doxing Fropolo in your Discord.
Yeah, I did that. I posted a picture of Frapolo, of the
Oh
chicken
my
car.
god, so
So- I shouldn't have done that. You're right. I deserve that.
But it's okay, Dark Raccoon. You can tell us if you like to see men kissing.
No, I don't care. It's just funny. That's the only one that I like. It was just funny as fuck. That's it.
It's hard to go on.
I
go on
was
Twitter
yeah,
trying
and
to
look
find
at
it,
without
but
seeing that
I
these
just
days.
can't. Someone's gonna find it probably.
Yes,
There's
whatever
also
you
like
say.
fan art of Pink Dan going around, like the original, I guess.
Oh
The
yeah.
original Miro drawing of Dan. I've been seeing
Yes,
that a
I
lot
was-
too.
I was hoping when like people were gonna start doing fan art of that character.
People really
I
like
mean,
Sad
I
Boys,
think-
so I'm not surprised that Dan has become wildly popular, and then I'm not really
Yes.
surprised that Pink Dan
An
has
e-boy.
become popular as well. Yeah, he is an e-boy.
Oh, Pink Dan, I hate that. I saw that and I hate it. Sadly, I don't like it. I don't like Pink Dan.
You don't like Pink
Don't
Dan?
like
I
it.
don't
How
like
come?
Pink Dan either,
Nope.
man. I don't like him.
Why?
I
What's
mean,
wrong with Pink
It
Dan?
doesn't
I
fit him.
mean,
It doesn't
I
fit
don't
him.
I don't know.
care,
There's
man.
something about him. I don't know.
I mean, it's obvious that it doesn't fit him because they're two different characters, dude. I mean, like the only reason they people just look at them at the same way is because the pants and like
Looks
the
weird.
pants and that's it.
there's
but
there's
aside
gonna
from
be
that-
fan art of. There's gonna be fan art of Dan and Pink Dan making out tomorrow. I know
Oh.
No.
it's gonna happen.
Already out.
Don't encourage them.
No,
My
actually,
own
there is
clone.
already out of that. You're
It's gonna
late because
happen,
there's
these horny-
already out of that.
Teenagers, man.
There is already out of that, dude. I
Is
don't know
there?
what you say. Yeah, it's there. I saw it. I don't know. If I find it, I will say who is the artist.
I'll be shocked if there isn't. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, I'll be
I mean,
shocked if there isn't.
not like not to say that like oh we need to shame them. No, actually to support the artist. Please keep doing that. Draw more characters kissing. I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
take the
know what,
opposite
more
stance and
content
say
exists.
shame the artist. Just shame them constantly. They deserve it.
No, but like see,
Yeah, exactly.
talking about old designs. Have you guys seen the old Olivia design? It's so cool.
Old Olivia design.
Yes,
Old
yes.
Olivia.
Alongside the Dan art. Okay, I'm gonna try and find the old like the first portrait because in the same image there is Karen, there is Levi, there is Proto Dan and Proto Olivia, and there is also Marina. And that's from the same time where Termina was going to be like a Persona game.
I remember seeing that picture.
Um,
I don't remember what Proto Olivia looked like though. I don't remember that at all.
I'm gonna
How
search
can I call
it
myself
up.
number one Olivia fan if I don't know this? Wow,
I
I'm
was looking for the
shameful.
Legard and Kaiser kissing for like 3 hours and I couldn't find it. I don't think you can find it. sadly.
Look,
Oh,
guy
it's
who buys
okay.
it.
3 hours.
Oh my god, it's okay if you
Yeah,
like.
if you really
men
wanted to
kissing
find
real
that shit.
I'm gonna keep looking. Don't worry.
quick. Oh my god, dude.
Maybe if I look
Oh
up
my
Legard
god, it's
meme, it's gonna show up.
Actually,
By
that,
the way, going back to the question. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say that reminds me. One of the questions that we got was, is there any proof that Kaiser is actually Legard? I think there is. Well, no, actually, no. That picture's canon. Kaiser and Legard were making out, so that's actually canon. So
Yeah, that's a thing.
yeah.
I'm trying to
That's
find it. I
canon,
swear
okay.
to God.
On podcast general, I send the
that
image.
looks so weird. I hate him. He looks like an e-boy.
Like
That's Olivia?
yes, that's Olivia. I'm so angry that Miro changed it because that dress it's so fucking fitting.
I chopped the legs.
Oh, the blue
Did-
hair
did I
one
say-
is
Yes, the blue hair one is
Olivia.
Olivia. Yes.
Imagine I had an
Did-
image
did I-
to a mouse
did I
has
say
to work.
leg?
that
or
wouldn't fit in
dress?
Termina though. I don't think.
It would. It totally
It's pretty
would. I mean,
cool.
if Dan
Termina?
fits Termina, then I don't know, dude. because no one would dress like Dan, and in the 1940s.
He's
He
very
will be the first to die.
he's very Japanese fashion though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
this game
also-
was
it, dude.
yes, this is very Persona fashion, to be honest. Like this
Mm.
game was being super Persona. By the way, I will have
Yeah,
to
dude, I don't
go
like Pink
for a
Dad,
while.
dude.
You don't like it?
I'll be right
Don't
back.
Yeah, sure.
Are you
Um,
leaving? Right?
It's also
No,
very
I'm not leaving.
it's also very flapper style, 1920s flapper.
I think he left.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I wonder what if this was supposed to be modern. I wonder what Levi was supposed to be then with his jumpsuit. Was he supposed to be like an engineer or something?
I don't know. Maybe like a mechanic assistant or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Something like that.
I guess
Mechanic makes sense. That's pretty much where you'd always wear those that style of coveralls. Although they would typically have long sleeves.
yeah.
Well, he's got his rolled up, I guess. Oh,
I
did
wonder-
Salva leave? What happened?
So Salva's coming back. Yeah.
Going back to the question though, for me my most iconic moment was fighting Kaiser. It didn't last long. It was like 6 in a way. It was like very quickly, to be honest.
Can someone dunk a
But it
bucket
was
of water
amazing.
in
If
Raccoon
you
today,
to
please?
just admit that out loud on a podcast that's going to be on the internet forever.
What do you mean?
I'm not cutting that part out, by the way. That's staying in.
What do you mean? It was like oh, and then just gone. Like man, it should have lasted more. Holy shit, I hate it. But I hate how low HP Kaiser has, combined with him not being a threat to you at the end game. I hate that. I know Platoon, Logic, and it's just the weakest one.
He's less of an issue when you
Yeah,
when you
I
rock
didn't-
up there with double turns, but usually you have double turns when you get there anyway. So, because he's a real threat if you don't. He's really hard if you don't, because his asterisk keeps spamming damage, and you can't.
Yeah,
really
but
hard
it's
to
only
pick up
20
on it.
damage. It's not that much.
It is when
Compared
it's
to
like
Platoon being 200 damage and Logic being 70 damage. I don't know.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
casting. He's like
I don't-
free casting leg sweep. He's healing and he's pumping out damage. So he's not. He's tricky. If you go there unprepared.
I don't know. I feel like just getting the arm with the sword stand or just removing it in the first 2 turns makes him like super weak. Like compared to Platoon and Logic, where you cannot stop them from doing their attacks for like 10 turns.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the way I see it. I don't know. It's just very, very, very weak.
Are you saying that he should
Very
have Black
weak.
Orb the moment one of his arms get taken off instead of both?
He does have
Absolutely,
that,
yes.
Actually, he does have that. Actually, he has Black Orb.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
should
yeah.
start with Black Orb at the fight, and it should force you to think before you fight them, because it's Kaiser, for God's sake. God damn it. He
You know what?
has Black Orb.
You know what I think, actually? Kaiser should be an optional fight. Right? Because it really doesn't... It's kind of weird that he forces himself to fight you, because it kind of doesn't matter what you do at that point, and he knows it. I think he's just doing it for fun, but it'd be cool if it was an optional fight, but you get, like, a cool weapon if you beat him there. Or an item.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
entire
Oh,
time
nice.
I was trying to fight him, I was just going, why are we fighting? I'll turn around and leave if you want me to.
Mm.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what's going on. I went down a hole and now I'm stuck here. Where's the exit? I'm trying to get out of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
I
if you
also,
are going into logic, like it's already on. You can't stop. You can't stop what's happening to logic, and he knows it. If he could, then he would have done it. So like the fight just seems really. It seems like if he wants to party, he should just say it. Like Platoon, and the platoon commander. Like, if you want to party, just say it. Don't say, oh, you're protecting the god, when you don't have to protect the god. You don't need to. You know you don't need to. So,
Yeah, you're kind of right. Yeah, it seems kind of odd that he'd fight you. Yeah.
although I guess that is
Yeah,
sort of
I
the
guess
guy's way,
he-
isn't it? Like, where he says he's doing something noble when he really just wants to do something for himself. You know what? I changed my mind. I like it.
Okay.
You like it now?
Yeah, it
Sorry,
makes
that was
sense. Yeah,
fast.
he wants to party, but he's lying
It's
to
just,
you and
it's
himself.
just cool
so.
to see him, you know. It's just cool to see like all he's got going on, like the sword and the snake and the asterisk thing and all the crazy shit he's doing. Like it's
It
kind
is
of cool,
Yeah.
just to see, you know. So if I could have it in there.
Mm.
But going back to my point though, I wish he was stronger. I wish he gets stronger in a batch because I did a tier list recently in my channel. Tier list that was normal mode with the first or second playthrough a player will have with a 4-person party, and I put him on B tier. You
Mm.
know that's not good. I don't think he should fit B tier considering that he's Kaiser, right?
Mm.
I don't know. I just don't think so. And of course, I put the washing machine on S tier. Of course, that's just obvious. It's true though.
The
You can
washing
break that open,
machine.
can't you?
The washing machine is on S tier. Yeah.
Nice.
So Bones, what's your favorite, most memorable moment from Fear and Hunger series?
It is the first time I went down that hole in the Cave Dweller Village.
Oh, with the cannibals.
Yes, the wolf masks. Because I had totally missed the mock-up book on my first playthrough, and that was the first time I encountered either of the Old God orgies, and it was just out of nowhere, here's a giant cannibal orgy. Just bam! No warning, no foreshadowing.
That's what it's like to see, huh?
I don't even read anything, Bones, so I got the same feeling, but I was okay with it.
Why were you okay with that?
Because it's Fear and Hunger. The first thing I did was sacrifice the little girl.
Wow.
And Moonless.
Ice
You
cold.
did that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The first thing I did.
The moment I came across that, I
Hello.
couldn't stop laughing. It was just absolutely hysterical. Oh man,
what
the
did I
sheer
miss?
brazenness of it.
Oh, we're still talking about
Dude,
memorable moments.
Oh, memorable moments. Okay.
Yeah.
dude, could you imagine being in a Funger game for real, like seeing this crazy shit? Like someone's gotta make a VR game of this shit, dude.
Oh, man.
I think there
Yeah,
is
VR.
actually.
Of what?
Is there really?
I think there
Like a
is,
VR
yes.
game of Fear and Hunger, dude?
Yeah,
No,
I've
but
seen
like,
that'd be
one.
what
insane.
A
exact
friend of mine was
moment
doing
are?
a tabletop one with like VR. The Ron deal was like fully designed as well. So it
Really?
looks scary.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I gotta reach them out at some point. Maybe they might want to join at some point. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, going
Well,
into the
then-
pitch darkness underneath after all the nightmares, and then you just see a bunch of people just eating each other. It's like, okay, like, can it get worse than this? The answer is yes, it can get worse than this, but, you know. Yeah. I think that's what I like about the game, is that all the stuff that surprises you with, everything is like, oh, I didn't know a game could do this. Like, yeah, it can actually, a game can actually do this. And, you know, it fits. It's not just there to shock you. Like, it's part of the game. Like, it's important part of the lore, part of the gameplay, everything like that. It's not just there for shock value. It is shocking, but it's not just there for shock value. Okay. So...
Honestly, I played Demonophobia way back in the day, so
Oh, I also
value in
played that. You know
video
when I played
games.
that, Jones?
We can't
I
talk about
played
that
when
one
I was
either.
13
What do
years
you...
old.
You guys are being for Apollo right now, talking about games you know you absolutely shouldn't talk about in public.
Oh,
so
I
my
Demo-
ruined my reputation at this point. Hate me for it. Cancel me on Twitter. I'm getting out of
I
here.
played it as a
anyway.
kid
Oh
by
my
accident.
fucking
I didn't
God.
know it was something bad. I
What's
didn't
it
know.
called? Demonophobia? I'm gonna have to look this up, dude. This sounds crazy.
Wait, what happened with
Demonophobia.
Monophobia?
Careful, it's illegal in most countries.
It is actually...
not
Is it
something
really?
you
Oh, I
should
definitely
play.
gotta look this up.
You know how Salvador is like,
Mono-
oh, play Black Souls. No, it's like kind of like that, but worse because it is
What
just.
the fuck?
Okay, so imagine
just
Fear and
about-
Hunger,
Hmm.
but you play
Holy
as the girl.
shit! Oh my
and it's
fucking god!
Japanese.
No,
That
okay.
should tell you all
Oh
you
my
need to know.
fucking god. Okay,
Yes.
oh my fucking god. I'm gonna
And it
delete
has
my,
a
my
lot of
history.
blood, sadly. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I played
delete
it
my,
for the
my
story, by the
navigation
way, Mao
history.
and Jones. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
finished it, but it was
What's
interesting.
that old,
I was
what's
a
that
kid
old
at the
meme?
time,
I
like
get
said
Playboy for the articles, right?
Oh my fucking god! I thought you guys were saying. I thought you guys were talking about this game that is like Phasmophobia but with demons.
No.
Not quite.
The
Not
game
quite.
is really freaking hard as well, so like it's actually challenging to play through.
Oh,
So
talking about
I had
that.
fun with it, but I never finished it, and I'm really bothered by it that I played it as a teenager.
Ah,
Oh, talking about that, we should play Phasmophobia one day.
I couldn't get into Phasmophobia. It was way too awkward for me.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
It's like Little Company, so it's all good.
I didn't like it very much. I thought Lethal Company was way better. Much simpler gameplay loop. You know, Phasmophobia,
Well,
you're doing
yeah,
nothing for 90% of the time, and then all of a sudden you just die.
Wait,
It's like, oh, okay.
wait.
In a way,
wait,
yeah.
No,
But if you
that,
only if you
that's
play
just a
with
mid
people who
opinion.
know now.
That's a mid opinion. That's a mid opinion.
That's
Shaking
fine,
my head,
that's
shaking
fine.
my
No,
head.
it's not a mean opinion. The thing about it is that he probably played with someone that knows the game, so it was most like just
Yeah,
wait for
like-
No,
something
I
to
played with
happen.
people who don't know the game. We had no idea what the hell was going on, and the game was zero help.
Oh yeah, but that
Never mind it, I have no
Eh,
idea.
Yeah, I had pretty much the same experience. I played it like 3 or 4 times. I was like, wow, this is boring.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I mean, I
if
didn't
it's like
have the same-
if it's like Lethal Company, I probably won't like it then. I've seen a little
So-
bit
Nah,
of
Lethal
it.
Company's better.
I
That's
Also,
my
mean,
team.
it's having a really
different,
hard
it's
time getting
different.
into Little Company right now. We need to help him feel better.
I mean,
Right, GULTHRAX?
it's different. It's a different game. Like in
I
Phasmophobia,
guess.
what you have is to guess what type of ghost there is in a house. So you have like different proofs, and you have like the ghost is going to leave like different type of proofs of what kind of ghost it is, and you have to use the tools that you have to try and identify the ghost. And like as an example, there are some ghosts that leave orbs around the place that he likes, and you have to go with a camera and turn the camera into the night vision so you can see the orbs and you can put it as a proof of what ghost it is.
I'm so
Like the game
sorry,
is about.
Salva, but I am sleeping through your review right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
the other
shaking my head.
thing-
It's just
to be
it's just an
honest.
example. It's just an example.
I know,
it's
right?
more
But
fun
you,
to play it.
it's not fun to what you explain. Sorry.
Like,
Salva, that's
the-
also like not at all what I experienced when playing it. What I experienced was I was wandering around trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, dying, losing all my money, and having to start the next mission with no tools whatsoever for
Yeah.
identifying any ghosts.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
one
and
I hate
just
that.
guessing
You know
You know
blind
what you gotta do?
repeatedly.
You gotta just cheat it. Just cheat it. Get everything.
I mean,
That's it.
I mean, like, yeah, that's true, but there is a journal and it tells you how to identify each ghost. I think the problem that the game has is that it doesn't tell you that you need to identify the ghost. You don't have to exorcise it, you don't have to do nothing, you just have to
No, I was
identify
playing
it.
with someone who
and
knew
just-
that you had to identify the ghost. The problem was we didn't have the money to afford any of the tools necessary to perform the task that the gameplay loop is designed around.
I mean,
And
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you
exactly.
can,
It's
like-
weird. That part, I wish it was like Little Company in that you could just move into the next level with what you gained, and you can just
I mean,
buy the
you can-
flashlight, the walkie-talkie, whatever the fuck, right? I
And-
think that would have been a better loop.
yeah, and
I mean,
like,
there
I'm
are
not gonna
some other
read
ways of
in a
identifying.
screamer in a screamer meme game. I'm not going to sit there and read a journal for like 10 minutes. I'm going to get in
I mean,
there and I'm
yeah.
going to die. Is what's going to happen. And if it
Yeah,
doesn't work,
I
then I'm
mean,
going to
like,
stop
that's
playing.
totally understandable. That's totally
Exactly, yeah.
understandable if you're streaming the game, but if you're playing alone, like, which
I think
is
it's a good
honestly the
game,
best way
but
of
it just
learning.
requires you to learn a lot more than
Yes,
other
like,
games like Little Company where you can just drop in and boom. You see?
yes. I mean, if we play, I'm gonna try my best to like be a good teacher and not make the game boring, like me explaining it.
Yeah, it feels like it would be a lot better as if you're playing solo, nice, like off stream by yourself, and it's like slowly. It sounds way more interesting than trying to actually stream it with a bunch
Yeah,
of people yelling at each other.
I'm too scared to play solo, but no, actually, I played solo a few times, but I'm super scared of the game.
What's scary about the game? Like your sanity gets low, then a pair of hands appear on your screen from the side, and then it's game over.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
that,
I mean,
that happened
like-
to me like twice the last time I played. I was like, oh, okay,
So
what do they do?
The
Just
fear
die.
when it comes to the game is just losing your items because of money. That's the whole fear that you have.
No,
If you're
it's
going
just
in,
because you
well,
didn't
no,
experience.
Salva,
Like,
listen to me, okay? Listen to
like
me.
there is fear
If
on
you
that,
have
but
no items that you
shaking my
put
head.
in the thing, right? If you didn't put anything, you can just go in and just die and nothing happens. Nothing happens. That's
Shaking my
fine. You
head,
don't lose
shaking my
anything.
head.
There's no
But
fear
like,
in that.
but I mean, it's just because I'm very easy to scare. But like, I'm
Maybe,
really
but
screaming at the hunt.
if you're easy to scare, you should try Little Company, where a cold
I
head that runs behind you while you're not looking at it and instantly kills you, making the loudest noise in the entire world.
I think that's a good
I
thing
mean,
about
that
Lethal
doesn't
Company
scare me at
is
all.
that the
I mean,
monsters are
that
actually
doesn't
cool.
scare me that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
like
beautiful. I
Little
kind of want to
Company
make a
has
video
that
about this
thing.
movie.
Yeah, Little Company
They're-
is really good, to be honest.
Um,
But like, I feel like it's unfair to compare it to Phasmophobia.
I think it's fair because
Was that-
they're similar. They're the same genre, right?
I mean, yeah, they are multiplayer games where you go somewhere, but like the gameplay loop is totally different.
They're extraction. What's the what's the
One-
term they
one
come up
is-
with them?
One is extraction, and the other one is basically guessing what ghost it is.
It's basically the same
The
thing.
term
go
you're
in there-
looking for,
Not the
Maladoog, is
same.
flavor of the month game. That's
Lethal
the
Company's
genre.
actually good though. That's the
Sounds
thing.
about right.
Yeah,
huh?
that's actually a
it.
good.
I mean, Power World's also really good. It's still flavor of the month.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Flavor of the year, maybe actually. With how
Oh
many
yeah,
stars
no,
it's getting.
Power World has a real chance of like getting up there with Minecraft for best game sold ever.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. What was it? What was the
It is.
last? The sales numbers were like.
Minecraft is mid. Minecraft is mid, to be honest. At least for now.
We're not
As of
okay.
now,
So,
Say
Minecraft
Minecraft
is
is
mid.
mid.
Okay, the
Salva,
official
but you can
stance of the
say it
New
in
Gods
front of, like
podcast-
all these people.
the official stance of the New
Yes,
Gods
I can
podcast is
say
we're
it.
not going to
And
make
I
beef
can-
with the Minecraft players. Okay. So this
I
is
mean,
all Salvador.
I can say it. I can say it
Yeah, I know,
because
right?
everyone like. Did you see the last update? It adds a useless mob. It
All
adds
I'm
a
gonna
useless
say
dungeon.
is that
It
they
adds a useless dungeon.
oversold. They
Useless dungeon
oversold
with
a
a
lot of
useless
games,
key.
so we cannot say anything about it. So
It's still mid. I don't care. Like it adds a useless dungeon with a useless keys that opens a useless chest with useless loot. Like what the fuck? Oh, and also it adds an useless animal that has useless loot to make a useless armor for wolves. Like what the fuck? Mojang is getting lazier and lazier. And I also have like a friend that told me that this is like a friend of a friend that told me. But seriously, we were playing Winter Story. Oh, by the way, you guys have to try Winter Story. I'm gonna talk about the game a little bit. But he told me that Mojang employees find any excuse ever to like not work on the game. It's ridiculous.
I
And
don't
I
know.
feel
Look, Bones. I don't know if Power World is going to hit Minecraft numbers. Minecraft has been sold 300 million times.
Well,
yes,
yeah, I'm not
I
sure
don't
it's going
think
to
possible.
either, but that's the thing. There is the possibility of it. As Power World is now, it is the structure of an absolutely phenomenal game with a ton of things that needs to be ironed out, and not all the content that it could or even should have.
mhm.
But,
but I think
It has
well,
growth.
I'm gonna let you
it has room
finish.
for
I'm gonna
growth.
let you finish.
I think it would
Yes.
need some. I think it would need world randomization. I think it would need big overhauls in that. If it had like, it wouldn't have to be as crazy as Minecraft's world gen, but something that changed how the layout changed. Change the layout every time. I think that would be a big
I
deal.
feel like
that's
the-
where
the
I was
diff-
going to go with this.
Mhm.
What they could really do if they wanted to squeeze out as much cash as possible and extend the player base, sell new regions as DLC packs.
Oh, interesting.
no.
No. Why
If
not?
anything,
It's in early access. You cannot make DLC from the early access yet.
Well, finish the game
Once it
first,
comes out,
obviously.
yes, Jones.
I
Finish
mean,
the game first.
if anything, free updates, dude, free updates. And
I mean, it's early
and
access. It has to. Yes.
Yeah, it has to like. But talking about like the amount of player, the difference with Minecraft is that it lasted for a long time. We need to see if this game like lasts as long as Minecraft did.
Don't worry, you
Because
will
if
believe me when I say yes, it will last, Salva. So don't worry, you
Yeah,
can
it
sit down.
absolutely
I hope
has
so.
the potential.
I hope to.
Yes, it will.
I'm not saying it's gonna sell Minecraft numbers, but if they do it correctly, it can. That's not something I'd say about a lot of games. Like, a really good game isn't necessarily going to sell Minecraft numbers, but this absolutely has the potential to
Yeah.
if they approach it correctly.
You know what I could see?
Yes, I
What I
hope
could see
so.
happening is like
If the game is good, yeah.
you could do like live service games have a bad rap, but you can do it right. Like like Dead by Daylight is a good example of a live service game that does it right.
I hate Day by Daylight. I hate it.
But you could see like every year, they drop a big fat DLC and it's like a new region, 100 new pals, and then on the 6 month mark, do like a free update that adds a new feature, and then just do that, and you could keep the game going for ages. I reckon doing
To
that.
be honest, I feel like the most free updates your game has, the more loyal the community becomes.
It is, but you do have to balance actually making money. These guys could probably go for a long
Yeah.
time without having to do paid DLC, but it does depend on what their parent company forces them to do at the end of the day.
Yes, and I wanted to talk about this, like also mentioning Minecraft because I feel like Minecraft devs have become so lazy because Microsoft is funding them without any kind of like risk of losing money.
They were pretty lazy before Microsoft bought them out, if I recall correctly. Notch was always really slow.
I mean, yeah, but at least he delivered what the community wanted truly. Like the last good
Did
update.
he though? One of the most popular mods that I saw back in the day was the Better Than Wolves mod, which was made as a deliberate response to the update that added wolves and the sheer outrage the rest of the community had at how
Oh,
completely
that's true.
pointless that update was.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's actually true. That's true. Yeah.
I think they just have bad internal culture that makes them move incredibly slowly and then add tiny amounts. It's probably also
Yeah,
fear
that
of
could
fucking up
also
their
be
golden goose. Because it's like, if you fuck up
because
Minecraft, then you've just lost $1 gazillion each year. So I think they're
yeah, because
terrified of messing it up.
this also reminds me like the process that they showed where they tried to do they did like a lot of concept art of the mobs, and they also like try it as hard as they can to like optimize the code. And that's one of the major points where they say like, oh yeah, but modders don't optimize their code, that's why Mojang takes so long on adding mobs. I don't know, like
Yeah,
probably it is true to a point, but at this point like Minecraft devs are super lazy.
yeah, like people are probably being a little harsh on some of the arguments they use, but at the end of the day, they're so slow. There isn't really an excuse for not adding real updates to this game when they take years to make
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and like they could have, and like they did the Nether update. They did the Nether update, and they could work on so many cool stuff. Like this is a personal opinion, but I feel like the mid game is filled with stuff. Like it's super filled with stuff, and the end game has nothing at all. They could expand on the end game a lot because on the end game you only have the Elytra, and that's it. Like there's no more than that.
I think they tried
You
to
know what I
add sort
wish?
of late game stuff with the deep cities, but then they forgot to add content to the deep cities. So
Yes, absolutely. Like it's ridiculous. I feel like they should really work on the end game because end game has nothing to offer.
you know what they should do
Just wings.
is they should do an official crossover with Fear and Hunger.
You know what I wish?
They should add a
Nah,
sanity
I
mechanic.
nah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wish to go back to the topic of fear and hunger.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just about to
Yeah, I was
mention
starting to
Vintage
feel like this
Story.
wasn't a Fear and Hunger podcast
Yeah,
Yeah,
anymore.
It
it's
isn't
not
actually.
Minecraft.
You might not believe it, but it's not actually a Fear and Hunger podcast. We just coincidentally talk about Fear and Hunger a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, later when we derail, I'm gonna start talking about another game that surpasses Minecraft. But let's go back to Fear and
Okay,
Hunger.
so next question. Favorite Fear and Hunger character, and what's your favorite pizza?
Eh? Wait, can you say again? Sorry, I got lost.
Oh, double
What's your
question.
favorite Fear and Hunger character?
Favorite
and what's your
character
favorite pizza
and-
topping?
So I love Levi. Everybody knows that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody knows that. And then the other one in
I
Final
didn't
one would
notice.
be
I didn't know that.
Ragnarvalder. What do you mean? Wow, shut up.
Now talk
My
about your
favorite pizza has to be blue cheese pizza. I love it.
Blue
That's what I was
cheese
looking for.
pizza. I've never had that. That sounds
cheese?
amazing.
I'm not really a fan of Roquefort, but if you like it, that's okay. I'm not gonna judge someone because of their pizza liking.
What is
I will.
yours, GULTHRAX? I wish to know. Favorite character and favorite pizza.
Pizza. Oh.
Both.
Originally my favorite was Dan.
Nah.
But it really
Until
started to
the
become
only time.
Pav. Like Pav really started to become like my favorite, to be honest. Like
Yes, Pav
I
is
feel
my
like he's
favorite too.
he's such a tragic character. Like
Yes,
you know,
and
his
some
whole
people don't
family is
understand it.
They're both big losers.
his whole family
they're
like
pretty similar,
wiped
actually.
out, like, and then his whole life being aimed towards revenge, like
Yes, dude,
getting
you
into
totally get
into
me.
the army and stuff. He's like acting his whole way up to get close to Kaiser. Like your whole life is just centered around revenge. Like, and then once you get your revenge, like what comes after that? Like, you know, I could just see Pav just killing himself after that if he did manage to kill Kaiser. But yeah,
would
that's a
be
tragic
interesting.
life, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Interesting.
if we get playable Pav right, that's still not going to be answered because you can only kill Kaiser on ending A and then you don't leave after ending A. So he's never going to be able to kill Kaiser in his endings.
But-
So-
What if it changes based on what Jones said?
What do you mean?
He doesn't fit there in a way. He could get out there and you could fight him as an optional character to fight.
What
Fight
if you
Kaiser
can fight
early.
him over by the tower if you go there as
Oh,
Pav at the right time?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
absolutely.
interesting.
And you get
Yeah.
actually something for it.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool, huh?
Hmm.
Yes, I totally get goals on GULTHRAX on this on Pal. Like I absolutely adore him. I on the server on the original server, I once talked like for a full on hour about why I love Pav.
Yeah, people like him because
Yeah,
he's
he's
sexy.
pretty interesting.
Most people like him.
I think it's
Yeah, I
fine.
know. You see lots of sexy fan art of him and shit on Twitter.
Mm.
So, but
Wait,
you
not
forgot
to
to
that
mention GULTHRAX. What's your favorite pizza? I wanna know.
Oh, pizza.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck.
recording.
I just like pepperoni.
That's it?
Really?
I'm kind of boring in that regard. Yeah,
Is it?
fuck it,
That's
pepperoni.
unfortunate.
I pretty much like any pizza, to be honest.
All right. Jones, favorite pizza?
Well,
Okay.
before we answer favorite character, does that only include playable characters, or can enemies count as characters that you have as your favorite?
Oh,
Well, the question just says characters,
Should be
so
any,
yeah,
right?
whoever.
that's true.
But
I
are
didn't know
enemies
this.
characters? Like they have personalities when you can
Yeah,
talk
they
to
are
them.
characters.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'd
are
say so.
characters.
Because in the event that enemies count, one of the yellow mages, I love how just unbelievably surly and insulting they are.
Yeah, they're great.
I agree.
Go talk to my master, if you can survive, that is.
I haven't played Fear and Hunger 1 yet, so I haven't yet experienced that. So
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And
I've been too busy making fan art, dude.
True.
if it's only playable characters, it's going to be Skeleton 2, the one you find in the 7th floor.
How is Skeleton 2
2?
different?
One, he's saved more of my runs than any other character, without a single doubt. Two, if you talk to him, he flexes.
He flexes.
He flexes.
Wow, I didn't know they put you in the game, Bones.
Right?
Do it.
So what's your
Like,
favorite?
someone
pizza
asked if I would dance like that third skeleton does. No, I would be the second skeleton, without a doubt.
then? I think you could do a good jig, Bones. I reckon you could.
Not with my knees in this state.
Well, you'll be a skeleton. You'll be reanimated by magic. I think you'll be fine. So what's your favorite pizza?
Supreme.
Supreme pizza.
Supreme. What is that?
That's fitting for you, I think. Supreme.
That's why he likes it.
He said
He hasn't
Supreme,
actually,
man.
he hasn't
Looks
actually
really
eaten
good.
Supreme
What is
pizza.
it?
He just likes the name.
I mean, both, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't like taste a difference for the most part, but Supreme has a variety of textures on it.
Oh.
Mm.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it's got a mix of stuff, doesn't it?
Well,
It's
I
good.
And
guess,
expensive
I guess
as fuck,
skeletons
probably.
can't taste, so.
Yeah.
Reminds me to Brazilian pizza.
Brazilian pizza. What's on there?
Oh god,
Speaking
Brazilian
of
pizza is
oh,
cursed.
Is it?
it looks really weird. Yeah.
Korean pizza is crazy. They put like corn and shit on there.
Oh
Mayonnaise.
god, I have an
Oh my
amazing,
God.
amazing Korean pizza story.
Oh yeah.
So I know a
Really?
guy, Professor Bloom, who speaks Korean, lived in Korea for a while. He ordered pizza in Korea and saw one of the options was to have chicken wings with it. And he was like, "Oh, chicken wings on pizza or as part of pizza? That sounds great. I'll order that." And he did. And he found out that the chicken wings were an ingredient
What?
on the pizza.
Chicken wings?
Yeah.
With
there's- you can order
there.
pizza.
He actually
You can-
had a bone-in pizza in Korea. He literally needed to
Bone-in
order
pizza.
a boneless pizza, but forgot to.
We have pizza with meat here as well. Pizza de lomo, it's called. So
Yeah, can I get a
it's
boneless
called-
pizza?
That's tasty.
You have to
I
actually
don't
say
know.
that.
That
I
pizza
don't
ain't
know
real,
who
man.
taught Korea how to do pizza, but we need to get the Italians to invade and
Wow.
fix this.
Actually-
Yeah, you're pissing off a lot of Italians,
Oh my
man.
god.
With those crazy pizzas.
If only for Polo was here to defend them.
Actually,
You'd
just
be
at the end
doing
of
the
last
pinching
year.
hand like crazy. Man.
We're truly roasting for Polo right now.
Yeah.
For Polo.
Just at the end of last year, I went to an Italian restaurant and got pizza there, and it was hands down the best pizza I've had. It was just you eat it differently. You like roll it up. You roll up the slice like sideways and then eat
Oh,
it that way.
yeah.
And it's like, what the hell?
What? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember. I know that what you're talking about, and
It was super
like
oily.
the
Yeah.
flavor is amazing because everything is taste.
Yeah, it just tasted brilliant. Best pizza hands down.
I was going to say
and got
though,
some
Yeah,
more.
you got to
Like,
get pizza
when-
with the right dough, man. And then
Yeah.
it's like you could put anything on it at that point. Like,
Honestly, you're not wrong.
dough is like the best part.
Oh my
when,
god.
when you said Brazilian pizza, I remember all the memes that John sends me from Argentina and Chile for some reason.
Oh my
I love them
God.
so much.
You talked about the
Right.
right dough, and I just remembered a local pizza joint around here.
Oh,
So I don't know if I've talked about how absolutely dire my pizza situation is, but the best pizza you can find around here isn't the local shops. It's like Red Baron, the frozen one.
Yeah.
There's a local pizza joint right near me that puts so much sugar into the dough that other people have described it as tasting like Fruit Loops as the dough.
That's
Wow.
disgusting.
Boy.
Why would
That's
you do
crazy.
that?
Scary. That sounds very fucking scary. I hate that.
Yeah, I want candy pizza. At that point, just do the whole candy pizza thing. You know, put like Skittles and M&Ms and stuff on top. Just go nuts at that point. Dessert
Like
pizza.
Brazilian pizza.
Yeah, Brazilian pizza. Just do that then.
Put a whole chicken on there, yeah. There's no way that's fucking real. That's a joke, man.
No,
There's
no,
no
no,
way.
it's not a joke. I'm gonna send another Brazilian pizza.
What?
Oh, what's Mal's favorite character?
My favorite character is playable character, definitely Olivia. She's great. She's a cutie patootie.
Base-ed.
And I
Olivia.
like
really?
the extra crafting recipes. I like rummaging around in the forest for herbs. I think the wheelchair mechanic is fun and also funny when you roll downstairs like 10 times in a row because you forget to unequip the Unequip the chair.
And then you get jump scared all the way there.
My first run I tried Maso mode, and the very first time I died in Maso mode was because I forgot to unequip her chair 3 times on the Woodman's Shack. And then I got moon scorched. Because there's one tile of stairs right outside, and you've got to unequip to do it, and I got owned. So
Did that happen when I was teaching you? I mean, coaching you, or no? I don't remember that.
I think it was. I tried it by myself before that. I think is when that happened. I could be wrong though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But favorite character overall is Lagarde for sure. I think he's brilliant. I think so far the story has been Lagarde, the story about Lagarde. But his story's over, and so unfortunately, Fear and Hunger 3 isn't going to be about Lagarde. So I don't know if I'm going to play it.
Again.
Oh, really?
Aha!
He
back
always
again.
come back.
I don't know if he will. He probably will.
He'll come back to fuck up again, right?
No, I don't think he's going to play a major role. To be honest, I think his story's done.
He'll be
Yeah,
the
I
main,
hope
the
he
main
doesn't
character.
come.
What if he's the main character?
That'd be great. I would buy like 5 copies of Fear and Hunger 3 if he was the main character, but he's not.
That would be interesting, huh? If he
So,
was the main
at least-
character.
No.
Yeah. I think that just after because I've been really looking at his story and logic for my next video, and I feel like he's done. Like he's cooked. Sulfur isn't coming back at all. I would be shocked if we even get a reference to Sulfur in Fear and Hunger 3. He's completely
Why
done.
is that?
So it's
Sulfur?
just Fear and Hunger 2 in a lot of ways feels very final for a lot of stories. And I think 3, I think that might be why Miro always says that people won't like what he has planned for 3, because I think it's going to be, story-wise, is going to be mostly about logic and not really about a lot of like Allmere and the old stuff like that, to be honest. So it's what I think, just based on what's in Terminator. So
Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Yeah.
Like a second went by and they're talking about lore. I just noticed. Holy.
What do you expect?
my God.
Of course, my
I
favorite
don't
character is
really
going to be the
know.
most important character in lore. Of course it is. Like, what are you talking about?
Sorry.
Lagarde is objectively the most important character in the games up to this point. But he's done.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
I would like a spin-off game set about Allmere is what I would like to answer some of those questions.
Yes, actually, that's true. I would like a spin-off game about Almir.
Although I half expect Logic to be some sort of outside of time thing where it loops back around and becomes the original Sun God before Allmere. I'm not convinced Grogroth is the sun, the true Sun God at this point, but I think he is a Sun God. It's complicated.
What if it looped back around and Logic was the origin of the green hue?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because the Sun God
yeah.
is sort of like the Lord of the Green Hue. Is the first god. And that's what
And do we have
Logic is
proof
now.
about
Logic
that?
is the god of the new Green Hue. Which is she's effectively a new sun god. A new sun god for a new sun.
Well,
So-
she does have like the spikes on her hair.
Yeah, and she holds creation and destruction in her hands, literally. And the Green Hue is always said to be outside of time. So I wouldn't be surprised if, it does an old, loop around. Like, oh, wait, no, she was actually the first one. And we see people turning into, like, lizardmen in the next game.
We will have to see that.
So I think that's what I'm half expecting. But I honestly don't know, because, like, when you, at the end of Fear and Hunger 1, right, I don't think you could have predicted much about Terminator. I don't think you could have. And I think that's what Fear and Hunger 3 is sort of like. Like, there are some questions that are going to be answered, and you can tell, obviously, it's going to be about logic in some regard. But other than that, it's like, what is it actually going to be about? What's actually going to be happening? And I don't think we can predict that. Anyway, that's enough about lore and boring raccoon.
Thank you.
My favorite pizza is... I really like Hawaiian. I just like Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. What does it include?
Ham and pineapple.
Oh,
Never mind.
But
let's
I do
fucking
like...
go.
I do try a lot of different pizzas. Whenever we go
I
out,
should try more pizzas, but they're expensive, though, sadly. If I could, I would eat every single pizza that I can find. I love pizza so much.
Yeah, they do tend to be expensive, don't they? But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
fuss that much about toppings of them anymore. I don't like olives, but other than that, I'm happy with anything on pizza
I like olives without the thing, you know
without the thing.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know how it's
the
called in
pit.
English.
The red part? What are you talking about?
The red part.
How do you say carozo in English? Salvador?
The seed. The seed, I think.
The seed, yeah, the
is, right?
seed, right?
Yeah. Oh, the pit. They
It's
called
called
it.
pit.
Oh,
it's
of
called
Yeah, the
course.
seed.
You
pit.
want
I
like
didn't
the
know.
seed?
Yeah, I don't like it with the seed. I just want to be able to just put it in my mouth, just eat it. That's it.
You can get seedless ones. You can like buy jars of them.
I know. Yeah, whenever a Pizza Hut doesn't have seed, I always have them alone. But if it does, it's like, like
Dude, I'll eat the hell out of olives. I love olives.
You guys are weird.
Yeah, same.
You guys are really weird. What the hell? That tastes gross. But you guys like licorice too.
I saw brownish olives and I wanted to just puke.
Brownish olives.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally get
brownish
you.
olives. I don't know why.
What are they called? What are they?
Olives.
Palmiotti or something like that? Those are
They
killer,
actually have a
dude.
name.
Yeah, they're not off. Like
you're
there's
talking
a
about, like,
variety
the
of olives.
purple
This is
ones?
brown. So
It was a brown olive on a pizza, and I was like, ugh. What?
yeah, it's not off. Probably not off. So the next question is, what media does Fear and Hunger borrow ideas from? This is going to be a long list.
Everything.
So let's say,
Everything.
what's your favorite references from the games?
Oh,
And
I
you can't
cannot
say
My
wait
Berserk.
for
favorite
this one.
reference for me.
You can't
What?
say Berserk. That's an easy one.
I haven't read Berserk. Someday I will, though. Who knows? Maybe. Resident Evil 4 with how there's a gun inside a second floor building. Also having villagers outside. Also having a very high threat being the Bile replacing the chainsaw guy. I love the Resident Evil 4 references ever in that town. And having Karen outside, just having the Leon S. Kennedy gear kind
yeah.
of fits really well. That sold me the game so hard. I loved it.
Well, in one of the concepts
Yeah, chainsaw guy.
there was a dude that was just the chainsaw guy, but I believe it got replaced
Oh, the
with
what?
Meat Grinder eventually.
Damn, I would have loved to see a chainsaw guy there. Like we would have fit completely a scene.
Could you
Having, like,
imagine
a
having the
Chagner
mob
scenario where
in
there's a chainsaw
the
guy.
village? How crazy would that
That
be?
would be fitting really well. You know what? Miro, do it. Make Maso mode.
Actually,
That would be
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
that in what's the Terror and Starvation mode? Do that in Terror and Starvation.
Having
the-
like a counter, kind of like Needles / the Gold Brothers, but being the mob in that town will fit really well.
Yeah, at the mob to the slums.
Yeah, I don't want to leave this house because there's a mob outside and you can actually go inside the house. I'll be
Mob in
like,
the slums.
Make them enter rooms with you. Actually, make them chase you.
yeah. Yep.
That'd be sick.
That'd be scary as hell, dude.
I
I
need
didn't
that.
like fighting the mob the first time I played.
Oh, no
I think
one
they
does.
ruined like
But I
a
love them.
playthrough
They're
for
the
me.
best
Yeah,
enemy
oh
in
my
my,
God.
for me. I love them.
I think they're
The
great.
trauma they gave
Yeah.
me, beautiful.
I don't like fighting them either.
They are cool, yeah.
I hate fighting them. I just don't fight them now. But yeah, they're pretty sick. What are you guys' favorite references? Mine is probably how Lagarde is just Griffith from Berserk.
There's
Didn't you just say no Berserk?
We said no Berserk.
For
No
you
Berserk?
guys,
No Berserk.
I'm allowed to say Berserk.
Shaking my
Quick
head
question:
so hard
Did
right now.
Miro say he didn't make any like Berserk references, or it was just
Yeah,
coincidental?
it just
or
came out
something,
natural,
or-
except
No, I think
There's
there
no way.
was. It was
Shin Megami Tensei wasn't it?
no, it was a specific character. I think it was Ragnvalder. He said Ragnvalder isn't a Berserk reference.
Mm.
I think
Oh,
Ragnvalder
saying he's
is
guts or whatever. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, people kept saying that Ragnvalder was Guts, and Miro's like, no, he's the guy from
No.
the Vampire Slayer
Oh,
Castlevania.
series.
Yeah, I don't see guts
Yeah,
with him.
he's a
No.
Belmont, to be honest.
Yeah, Belmont, that's it.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
All
Hmm.
right.
I don't know
My,
about
my
which one
favorite
you-
reference. My favorite reference is I like the Soul Calibur references, like Miasma being Soul Edge,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that one ringleader picture, that purple dude. That is straight up Voldo
Oh,
from
it
Soul
is, isn't it?
Calibur.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that is Voldo, dude.
It 100% is.
Mira must be a Soul Calibur fan. Like, I would like to play him because I played the hell out of Soul Calibur 2 like back in the day.
Oh, you played Soul Calibur 2? Which
Yeah.
version did you play?
PlayStation, and my main was Cervantes, the pirate.
I played the GameCube version, so I just played Link the entire time.
Oh yeah,
Same.
that's right, Link. Yeah. And then they had Spawn for Xbox, which
Yeah.
was crazy.
That's crazy, dude. Games just don't do that anymore. Like console exclusive characters, like that's I guess everybody expects cross console support now, so it'd be kind of hard to do that.
Well, we
Yeah,
have
that is
the freaking, what is it called? The Witcher guy in Monster Hunter World, for example.
Did they?
So that kind of worked.
That's cool.
Oh,
Witcher
is
guys in Soul Calibur.
Geraldus?
What is it?
They had Witcher guy in 2B in Soul Calibur 6.
Did they?
Oh,
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
some other guy too.
Hmm.
But yeah, anyways, those are my favorite references, the Soul Calibur ones.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the files for Moonless in Termina just yesterday, and so she's got miasma and black steel on her back, right? The name for black steel is actually red virtue, which sort of suggests that was the way you got the sword instead of from Heartless originally, but then it was changed to black steel.
oh.
And miasma has two images, one with the eye open, one with the eye closed. And one of them is called Greatsword, which also suggests that's how you're supposed to get the Greatsword originally, but now you get it in the museum.
If memory serves, there was also original art of Ketsueki using the katana, which means that they swapped places at some point during development.
Oh, yes, you're right, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's in the files, too. Ketsueki using black steel. Lore implications, bros. What are the lore implications of this? I already know. I've already written big things about this.
I mean, I already know as well. It's black steel was Ketsueki's favorite weapon.
No.
Because she was pretty weeb in denial.
In denial?
In denial.
What is this Ketsueki? What is this?
Oh, this is I guess
don't
it's
know
old lore
anything
now,
about
isn't it?
Oh, you don't know?
Bones, you want to take this one?
Sure. She was one of the oldest figures in the Fear and Hunger community. Did a bunch of beta testing for both 1 and 2. And was the original challenge runner, and I stole like almost all of her techniques and apply them now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
didn't know who this person
Ketsueki was so helpful to Miro that Heartless One from Termina is based on her.
Oh, okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
because her full
remember seeing that
username
now,
was
yeah.
Heartless One Ketsueki.
Oh, Heartless Angel, I think it was.
Was it Heartless Angel or was it Heartless One?
Heartless Angel.
It was Heartless Angel.
Heartless
Wasn't it?
Angel Ketsuki.
Yeah.
I remember that once Miro wrote in the itch.io page because someone asked Miro about lore for the Heartless One, and Miro answered like a long ass text about how the Bremen.
I found it.
You found the text?
I'm sorry. I found the meme of Ragnar, Valder, and Legar kissing. I'm really sorry.
You've been looking
Right,
this
now you're gonna
entire
have to add
time
it.
for it.
Yes,
Oh my
you're gonna have to add it. Here you go.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm blocking Dark
Oh.
Raccoon. I can't hear anything that the
What?
rest he says for the rest of the
Yeah, block
podcast.
'em.
Yeah, so thanks for coming in,
What do you
Dark Raccoon,
mean?
but we'll goodbye.
What?
You spent all that time looking for this?
It took me a while, yes, but isn't it
Oh
funny?
my god.
Why?
It's beautiful.
Oh, Kahara in the back's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
moment.
Exactly. That's you. I was like, what? What's going on?
Oh my god.
Look, okay, we're not going to put this on
I mean,
screen like we usually do with art, but what I'll say is if you search the text, it's by, hang on, Mad Made HVMAN on X. Man-made human with a V. You'll find it. There you go.
Man-made. Oh, it's like man-made human, but instead
Yeah.
of human, it's HB man.
Yeah. So who is left? Bones. What was your favorite reference in the games?
See, that's a tough one. Because, like, I was going to do this really good bit where instead of talking about a reference in Fear and Hunger, I was going to go for a reference to it. And then just talk about this obscure manga, and the reveal at the end was that it was going to be Berserk, but Mao kind of ruined that. Screw it, Lizardmen just being Lizardmen from Dark Souls.
Oh, they literally just are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
They even have the shield
they
and
got the
everything.
spider shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I laughed when I saw that. I'm like, I recognize that shield.
Yeah.
I hate fighting those things. They're another enemy I just never fight because they're such a pain. Even after watching Bones' video about it, I'm just like, I'm not fighting these guys. I don't care. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what-
kind of a pain unless you have white vials to burn.
You know what's funny about some of Miro's like references in the games? It's like a straight up rip from what he's referencing. Like it's a straight up rip. It's kind of interesting.
Like the Festival of Termina. Like it's literally just it's just from. I talked to somebody who didn't know anything about Fear and Hunger, and he's just seen it around. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing Fear and Hunger 2 Terminate. He's like, oh, I see the one. Is that the one that rips off Legend of Zelda? And I'm like, kinda.
Yeah.
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 It's like it's not just shamelessly ripping it off. It does it for a reason, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Shamelessly ripping something off for a reason is still shamelessly ripping something off.
Is it? Does it count?
Exactly. But it's still like it still feels good to see. I was watching someone play Fear and Hunger, the first one, not really knowing anything about the game, and then I see they have fucking miasma and it's Soul Edge, and I'm like, what the hell? That's Soul Edge, dude, from Soul Calibur. Like, what the hell? So yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it's pretty cool, to be honest.
Have you ever seen another game or anything like that is just so shameless about its sources like Termina is? Like there was like lots of references in the first game, but it's not like Termina, which is literally named after something from another game. And the whole plot is from something from another game.
I can think of one very recent example that's even more shameless about ripping something off.
It starts with Paul and finishes with World.
Little bit, yeah.
Yeah, actually you're right, 100% right. Hey, look, it works, doesn't it? Termina was the most popular Fear and Hunger game. That made it blow up. Power World is one of the most popular games of all time. It literally is.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The last Pokemon games were all like not that good.
By
No, they
last,
weren't,
you
they
mean every single generation since Gold and Silver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've
Oh,
got
you
and
know
then you've got
what's
Lethal Company, which rips a bunch of like SCPs and other monsters like that, and it's doing wildly popular. Is that the secret, guys? Is this shamelessly ripping off? Is that the secret?
Yes,
might be.
copyright is literally the tool of the
I
devil, and you should do everything you can to subvert it.
And
I think the trick is that no, actually I don't know the trick.
I know the trick.
I don't know.
So you guys know the streamer Ludwig, right? For anybody who doesn't know, he's a facecam streamer who blew up in the past 5 years, I guess, and he blew up overnight out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I heard about that guy. He was based on the boss from Super Mario World, right?
He was actually, yes. But his technique, and he openly admits it, his technique is the yoink and twist, where you take something somebody else is doing and slightly change it. Pick whatever's working and then slightly change it. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing it again and again and again, and you'll blow up. And he did. He proves it. So
Yes, and this reminded me to like this phrase from, I think it was from Picasso. A great artist steals, and a mediocre artist just copies.
yeah.
You
Okay.
know
It's
what's
just
an
like-
interesting reference that's been done so many times is I don't know if you guys are familiar with the anime Akira,
Akira.
but
No.
Kaneda does like this bike slide like on his motorcycle, like
Oh,
away from the
yeah.
camera. And that's been done so many fucking times in like cartoons, movies and shit. I got like a repost of it. Like this guy
The
compiled like
Akira slide.
every
Hey, Goldrax, you
reference
should do it.
of that
You should do
slide.
it. GULTHRAX, you should do it.
What
Video
has
game.
anybody done Levi
bike
and his
slide.
bike doing the Akira slide?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
believe
someone
so, but we're
should.
gonna
That'd be
have some.
awesome.
You should
That'd
do
be
it in your
awesome.
game opinion. Imagine someone moon scorching while they do that.
While they do it.
Yeah, they become part of the bike, the motorbike.
That'd be kind of sick.
You know what? Levi should get a special ability where he has a motorbike. He finds a motorbike and he can ride it around as fast travel. That's what Levi should get.
Okay,
And you can die with it.
I just had an idea based on what Raccoon said, and I'm going to throw it out there for anyone to freely use. Imagine a centaur, but instead of a horse, it's a motorcycle.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
Ooh.
That'd be. Oh yeah.
sounds
hell
like
yeah.
a
That'd be
Shin
for
Megami
Fear and
Tensei
Hunger
monster.
3.
That sounds like a Shin Megami Tensei monster. I love it.
It does actually, yeah. That's actually kind of similar to what you've been
Or
doing
like
lately,
that-
GULTHRAX, isn't it? You've been doing lots of like mecha logic stuff, right?
Oh yeah. I'm
We
doing
haven't
like
seen a single
concept
small one
thing
so
for,
far. All of them are huge. I love it.
Yeah, I'm doing like a concept thing for like a fan concept for like Fear and Hunger 3 with like mechanical like monsters and stuff. So
That's really fucking cool, dude. I really love it.
yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's pretty fun. Like I do like some sequential storytelling with it too. Like yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool
Um,
with the car, and then that guy.
how
What characters? What were their names again? I've forgotten their names. Yeah, how you're telling a
Oswald,
story with a playable character.
That's the latest one I did. Yeah, I got like a thing
Um,
going where it's like instead of moon scorching, it's like it's called
Rust
rusting,
scorching.
and like they,
Rust
yeah,
scorching.
basically.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask what the name was because it's really cool.
Yeah, so are you planning on... You've already got 4 playable characters in your thing. Are you planning on... And like the list has like 8. Are you planning on doing all 8?
Yeah, I'm doing like right now the next post I'm gonna be doing it's like a descendant of Osa.
Oh,
I'm
really?
gonna do like a Osa character. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool so far. So
That'd be sick.
I think
yeah,
there's
it's gonna be
5
cool.
actually. 5 characters, right, that you did so far. It's not 4, right?
this one's
Am I
gonna be
wrong?
the 5th one. I'm working on the 5th one
Mm.
right now.
Because I see the character on the overworld. There's more than 4.
I mean, there's
Oh
enemies
yeah,
and stuff, right?
that one. Like everyone's asking about him, and he's gonna be the last one revealed.
Really now? Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It will be interesting to see how magic plays out in a world of logic. Interesting to see if magic even still works then.
You know how easy it is for you to make this RPG Maker game? Like, I think you got the art going so easily. I love this. Oh, I need this to be played.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me like, is this a real game? Is this gonna be made? And like, I'm just making the art for it now. Who knows what's gonna happen with it? You know.
Oh, I would
I might, I
love
don't
to
know.
play. It will be Madrid hecho memories too, as they say.
I can't believe how fast you smash out art though, GULTHRAX. Like I asked GULTHRAX to help me out a little bit with a upcoming video, and he comes back like an hour later. It's like, here you go. I was like, what? Crazy!
Oh yeah.
Couldn't believe that.
Yeah, dude. I got that hyper focus, man. I'm like a laser, dude. I just keep my head down and keep cranking them out. Yep.
Okay, so I do have to ask, and feel free to not say if you don't want to spoil it, but do you have a descendant of August and Ragnvalder coming up?
Please say yes. Please say yes.
I do. I already have one for August.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a puppy.
It's
Lady.
she's got like a moonless hoodie on.
Oh, that's
Agnes.
her.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so she's a descendant. Okay, that's good.
Yep.
How did I miss that? But yeah, how about you, Salvador? What are you working on?
Oh, what? What? I just died for a second. What?
What are you working on lately?
As for now, I've been working on adding books to the TTRPG, and I'm just taking a break from the TTRPG. Like, I'm having okay, this is super sad, but I'm having like trouble to coming up with ideas. So I'm taking the time to like put stuff into my brain soup and
Mm.
see if I can get some ideas. And I'm also doing some reworks on existing traits and all of that. Maybe I can show you guys one of the stuff that I've been cooking up. Like, I've been working on writing fictional books of the game. The Human Dilemma. I wrote my version of the Human Dilemma for the TTRPG.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can find it and I'll send it.
Yeah, I've been playing Skyrim recently, and I was sort of thinking about the books, and I'm like, that's a lot. That's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books in these games, and like they're not like obviously not like full books, right? No, they're pretty short, but it's still like you've got to get into a certain writing style. You've got to like figure out what you actually want to say with it, and then you've got to write it well, and it's
Yes.
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, yes, and I'm also like having trouble with writing because like I'm not used to writing so much, so like I'm having trouble with writing correctly.
Yeah, it's definitely its own skill for sure.
Yes, it really makes you appreciate the writers' work.
Mm.
I've also wrote recipes of the 15th century because like the book is resumed in this is a biography of Chef Anders and nothing more. It doesn't actually talk about the the life experiences of Chef Anders, so I decided to give him some.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna send some. I'm gonna send the screenshots that I have.
he's a funny character, Chef Anders.
Yes,
Sleeping
I
with the
love
princess of
writing
Rondon,
like him.
and then cooking his rival in a feast, and then getting booted into the dungeons
Yes,
of Fear and
yes.
Hunger.
It's so funny. I found the human dilemma.
Oh, sick.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm having so much fun.
You've got to really, when you're working on a TTRPG, you've got to really like do a lot of stuff, don't you? You've got to do the art, you've got to do the writing, you've got to do gameplay mechanics. There's heaps of stuff you got to do with it, isn't there?
Yes, and like it all falls into like people trying out and giving you feedback so you can balance stuff out. Like that's like this is something that I've always say, but yeah, like all of that work means nothing if people like don't play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the tough part, huh? Balancing it all out and stuff. Yeah, I imagine that takes a
Yeah,
long time.
yeah, it takes a lot of time.
That must be hard for
But it
TTRPGs to balance it out like that.
yes, I can only imagine like what went through the mind of Pathfinder, like the creators of Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And like but it's a lot of fun. Like it is a lot of fun and I really have been enjoying seeing people play on my server. Like and the campaign ideas that they have, they're so fucking cool. Like there's one guy in the server that he is doing a campaign where it's the exploration of Vinland,
Oh, that's interesting.
and it's so fucking cool. Like they told me, some of the players have told me like the things that happen in there. Like there is a party went to a place that was corrupted by God of the Depths, and there were like maggots that were controlling bodies. They were using corpses as hosts, and one of the characters was a penance knight. So everyone decided that if the penance knight died, they were gonna burn the corpse because Penance Knight that doesn't bleed and it's an enemy, it's super fucking dangerous. And
Yeah.
they ended up doing that. Like the guy died and they burned the corpse. It's so like
That's
I
cool.
love how creative players are. I love how creative they like everyone is.
Mm.
And I honestly I really love how they make OCs and they talk to me about it. And it's just I love it. I'm so grateful for the little community that I have. Thank you everyone.
That's great.
Also I also have to give you credit.
Me, I'll
Thank
take
you
as
so
much credit as
much
you want
for
to give me. Yeah.
making.
Can I have some as
Thank you.
well? Can I have some? Can I have
Yeah,
some?
absolutely. Like thank
What?
everyone for
I mean
inviting me here.
that is really cool. Like setting something up that really like gets people like in their imagination and stuff, you know, and kind of creating their own stuff. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like that's a really cool part of Fear and Hunger is where like not everything's explained and like it really gets your imagination going on wondering about things and you know kind of filling the gaps in with your own story kind of stuff like that's
Yeah,
like the really cool
absolutely.
part to me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And on a way that also makes me feel bad because there are stuff that is not explained that I have to make stuff for it. Like I have to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it
That's
just
such a fun part of this kind of thing. Like it's
yeah,
awesome.
like as an example, like I totally believe that Almer before ascending as a human was a total pacifist. So like he was a total hippie. So I'm translating that to the TTRPG. So like in the Old Testament of Almer, I'm writing him like he's the most like pacifist guy ever, and in the New Testament, I'm writing him like his God self, like absolutely hating everyone.
That'd be interesting to see. Man, I
Yes,
hope we do get a bit more clarification on what the world was like before Allmere took over, because we don't know anything.
yes, absolutely. Like we don't know if the sun god was actually worshipped before before like Almer ascended and took over, or well, in quote unquote took over.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just scraps of information. There's some things we can sort of guess at, but ultimately even the best theories are pretty loose. So
Yeah, it is thought like the sun god is such an old god, like an old god so old that there is no information about him.
mm.
He's that old, but like I don't know.
Well, he was forgotten by the time Nashra came about. Nashra doesn't even know his name. He just recognizes the symbol. Like that's how old that's how much the sun god was forgotten, like almost instantly.
Oh yeah, I remember. I love Nashra. He's my favorite character.
Because he would have taken over at about, I don't remember if it says exactly, but it's like 300 or 400 years after Allmere came about. So not that long in the grand scheme of
Yeah,
things.
yeah, and like it's funny because the calendar in Fear and Hunger starts with the ascension of Almer
Yeah.
instead of his birth.
Oh yeah, here we go. He ascended in 410. So yeah, only 400 years after Allmere was born.
Mm.
And he won't tell us anything about it, because he's a bastard. He would know so much, he won't
I
say
hope he
anything.
doesn't.
What?
I hope he
What? Oh,
doesn't. I
you're
hope he
telling
doesn't.
me?
Not like about like Allmere and all what happened. He probably knows how Allmere died.
Like I have a personal theory that probably it was Almir who decapitated him, who decapitated Nashra.
No, it was definitely the no, yeah,
It was
Allmere was
those
probably dead before Nashra,
new
to be
god
honest.
guys, right?
It was definitely the Fellowship.
Oh, probably. Yeah, it can be. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. But
I'm pretty sure someone says it.
Yeah,
no one says.
the gods in the Hall of the Gods explicitly say that the Fellowship was the one who threw him out and through some dark magic or whatever was the reason he was able to survive as just ahead.
Mm.
Oh, so
You know, there's something that I see nobody really noticed. It's that new gods are powered almost entirely by the amount of people that believe in them.
Oh, that's something that I really like.
It's probably one of those circular logic things that Fear and Hunger does a lot, where the new guards are strong because they have believers, but they have believers because they're strong. Because Fear and Hunger does that a lot. Nashra is still alive and talking because he still has the yellow mages running around. Osar might be the last yellow mage, so there's a good chance that Nashra is completely gone after Termina.
Yeah.
But like in the ending, you know how you become a new god in, what is it, ending D? Is it in the first game? If you don't have many, if you fuck up the little choose your own adventure at the end, and you don't have very many believers, then you just die almost straight away. But if you do have a lot of believers and a lot of, you get really strong, and your worship lasts for ages. So it's really strongly hinted that believers correlates to how strong you actually are. And most new gods fade away because they don't have any more believers, but Nashra was clever in starting his cult of yellow mages and keeping that belief going for, well, geez, over 1,000 years, like 1,600 years by the time of, or 1,500 years by the time of Termina.
Talking about that, did you know that I like going back to another topic, but like related to this one? Did you know that Hairless One has some lore, like why she was chained up in Pre-World?
No, what is it?
So like on itch.io, someone asked about, like Miro asked about some lore of Hairless One, and TLDR it's like the most anime shit ever, but it makes a lot of sense. Like she has, it doesn't explicitly say how she ascended, but basically, if I remember correctly, it was the Bremen army who did something to Heartless One's sister, and that she decided to take on revenge and started slaughtering everyone, soldiers from the Bremen Empire and the Eastern Union, and like both forces had to unify for a little time to fight the Hairless One because she was so fucking powerful, and they had to imply at least 10 dark priests to try and seal her out. And like only one survived, and that was from Preheval. That dark priest was from Preheval, and he basically took her to the church of Almir.
I can believe that.
I'll try to find the comment right now.
Because she's similar. Like the new gods that we see in the festival, right? You know, you got Lagarde, who has the entire nation of Bremen worshipping him. You've got Heartless One, who is an actress. Like you see posters for her being an actress.
I think that's just like the tale of Heartless One. I don't believe like
yeah, it's
like,
I don't know how canon
like
it would be, because
something
Miro's
like-
always said only stuff you find in game is 100% canon.
Yeah,
so it's probably a bit tongue in cheek.
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
then you've got Tormented One has his books, his poetry books still kicking around. He's got a new one out actually by the time of Termina.
yeah.
And then
That's
you've
so
got
cool.
the Radiant One, who people have pictures of him around. The only one who doesn't seem to have worshippers
I like
is...
him. He's a really cool one, Radiant One.
he's really... I would love to know a bit more about him because he's really interesting.
Yes, please.
I like
Miro, give
how
us
he's in
more
that pose,
about-
that relaxed pose with his head like propped up with his hand. Like he's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
Although-
chilling, man.
I would like to know more about the Tainted One. She also doesn't seem to have any worshippers either. So it's not... Like, nobody really knows about her. Maybe she's got a deal with the Sulfur Cult and she gets power that way, but...
Yeah, she's a straight up Cenobite, dude, from Hellraiser, man.
She is.
That's awesome. She has like the line and everything and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, she straight up references him, doesn't she? I wouldn't be shocked if she ends up being Das, but I don't know if that's ever going to be confirmed, so we'll see.
Oh, really? Darce? Really?
Oh, you don't know my Tainted One dominating Soul Theory?
Do you have a video on it? I'd
I don't.
watch it for sure.
I won't go into it now to spare Raccoon, and it'll go for like 20 minutes. I'll tell you in DMs. I talked about it on the podcast before. It's great. It's my best theory, hands down, because it makes people so mad.
Thank you, Mo.
Oh, it really makes people mad.
I mean, yeah, because it's like, I mean,
You know,
I don't know.
she does look
honestly, I
like
don't care, but
she does look like a Cenobite in her new god form, right? She's bald and shit,
yeah.
Mm.
and like white skin.
Honestly, I love
Hmm.
the tainted one, but the tainted one was already in Fear and Hunger one.
No, there wasn't a tainted
Yes,
one there.
yes, it was in Fear and Hunger one.
Where?
You can ask the new gods, about the tainted one, and they respond to you like, "Oh yeah, the tainted one is here." I'm trying to find it.
That's because they're outside of time, and you can ask them about the woodsman too. So you have to take what they say with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't even
really?
know
You
Rare's
could do that
name.
in the first game. Ask him about that. So
can
that
ask him
was
about a
like
bunch
a
of stuff, yeah.
patch. That was that's crazy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, while developing
I gotta play
Terminator,
the
he
first
patched
game,
the game.
man.
and-
Yeah, I definitely gotta play the first one game, man.
It's great. It's a lot of fun. So yeah,
It is
Curtis.
we might wrap up for today. You guys have anything else you'd like to say before we finish up? No. Yes.
I went through my tier list of like enemy tier list, and I did not expect it to go for 3 hours.
Was it just from the second game?
Just from the second game with normal enemy with normal difficulty, I went for 3 hours. Honestly, I lost my voice halfway through, and I still gotta go through Maso mode, and I hate this so much.
Oh wow, you're doing that to
You
yourself.
had to see through everything, and I had to timestamp every single enemy. There's so many timestamps, you have no idea. But yes.
Yeah, I
looking forward
really
to
didn't
the Maso
realize
mode.
so many enemies were in the game. Like,
I was so happy.
the list
I was
is
so
huge.
happy.
It is.
I was so happy making it understand. And was like, oh wait a second, there's so much.
Yeah, it's so much more than you think.
So was that a stream or is that a video coming out? Or...
It's a stream. It's a stream. I might turn it into a video at some point in the future, but man, it's 30 hours of content,
That's
and I
crazy.
still am not done. Need to do Maso mode, which is gonna be 30 more hours probably. Shit. So yeah, that's all I got.
So what do you guys have coming up?
Well,
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I set up a community Pal World server to members of my
Hey.
channel, and I'm going to try and trick most of the rest of this podcast into joining it by going, "Hey Mao, join my server. You too, Raccoon."
Oh, by the
It's a
way,
very
Jones, I'm
clever
running your
trick.
server and I'm joining. By the way, so how does that work? Would you give me a?
That's the first thing he says. He comes in and he says, "Hey, join the server." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah. Well,
And yeah, it's also going to be for members of my YouTube channel, so give me money. I'm using it to pay for the
Ooh,
server.
join my server.
let
Ooh, join
me
my
silly
server.
get.
Ooh.
Let me silly get in that shit.
Okay. Then be sure to check out for the book update for the Fear and Hunger TTRPG. I'm sorry for being so late with the book things. Also, I'm brainwaves. Enter my server. Enter my server and play Winter Story 2. Fuck Minecraft. Play Winter Story.
I don't advertise
Oh,
my server, so I will not be saying that. I will not be saying that.
Yeah, and check out my Twitter, man. I got probably by the time this podcast comes up, I'm probably gonna have like this Descendant of Osa pic on my Twitter that's gonna be showing up here pretty soon.
Oh, sick! Yeah,
And,
excited for
Oh
that.
my god, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good time. Like you'll follow the story if you go back on my previous posts and like check out the characters and like different enemies they encounter and stuff. So yeah, that'll be cool. And I got a video coming up that's gonna be like a art analysis of the Termina title screen.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a really interesting image that really says a lot about the game, and I think Miro's mindset going into the game. So keep an eye out on that. I'll probably post it on Twitter or whatever. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's a very interesting picture that really says a lot. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that sounds sick. I'm still working on my logic law video. It's huge, but it's coming along. It's coming along. No ETA on that. I'm going to be posting a preview to it to my Patreon, so make sure you go check that out. The link to that will be in the description. And all the links to all this stuff will be in the description as well. So make sure to go check out the boys. Yeah, thank you very much for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm so happy
I believe
that
the podcast is over. GULTHRAX and Salva. When Mouse says that, the podcast usually
is it?
just ends.
No,
Oh,
I
shit.
haven't clicked end yet. I haven't clicked end yet. I was waiting for them to say.
You
something.
coming?
Oh.
Cut it.
Okay,
You
don't
do
cut
this,
it. Don't
man.
cut this part.
Cut that
Don't
one.
cut this part.
Cut that
Leave
one.
it.
No, cut that one, please.
Thank you so much
All right,
for
bye.
having us.